Beavis and got a bumper retro, everybody. It's your boy Jason, the Black and Rapper. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you, kind of give you a bit of a story. A true story, but one that affected my family very much, and is part of the reason why I have been very wildly inconsistent with my videos. Now, of course, life happens, and I've been too busy to really maintain this channel like I should and like I want. But there was a really big reason that kind of played into it. So first of all, about a couple of years ago, our house caught on fire. That's right, it caught on fire. I'm gonna be showing some pictures on the damage and how it looked in a minute here, but let me tell you what happened first. So this here is my home office. This is where I work every day. I've been working from home since 2016 full-time. And I'm just here just chilling, working, and next thing you know, I hear the fire alarm go off, and, well, the smoke detectors anyway. And so, that happens from time to time, no big deal. But then I hear my wife yelling, and so I rush out, I go downstairs, and I see that the kitchen is in flames. Flames! I've never seen that before, especially in my house. So, of course, first instinct was to grab the kids, grab the dogs, get them outside, call the fire department, and just pray that everything turned out okay. Well, fire department came, took care of it, but as you can see from these pictures here, the kitchen was decimated. The stove, the microwave, completely gone. Fire went through, the smoke at least went through the ceiling above it. It covered most of the ceiling, so there was lots of smoke damage. And even though the fire didn't spread beyond the kitchen, you have to understand that smoke damage is just as bad because it's full of toxic chemicals. So it made the house, unlivable, especially for kids. We were not going to chance it. So we stayed with my parents in their house for about 6 months. And the reason for that is because the insurance denied our claim outright. I'm not even going to get into the details. That gets into the more personal side of things. We thought we were covered, but it turns out that we weren't. And again, they just turned us down outright. So we had to fight the insurance for several months, to the point where we had to get one of those special insurance adjusters to fight on our behalf. And it got to the point where we had to get a lawyer involved and file a claim. So yeah, this got really deep. This got really intense. And 6 months we were with my parents in their house, all of us crammed together. Finally, when the insurance decided to help out, they got us a rental house for us to stay for, I think it was about a year. So we got to stay in a rental house while we continued to fight them for more and more money to cover, all the things that we lost in the fire. Because the soot damage, it spread through the second floor. It got in the kids' rooms because their doors were wide open. So there was soot damage everywhere, all over the toys. It didn't really get into my office as much because my door, I always keep it closed so I can focus. And so this room here was the least damage out of all of them. But yeah, so we had to continue fighting the insurance for, all that stuff. And eventually we got pretty much 99% of all of the repairs made in the house, able to come back in. We had a brand new AC unit, all the vents, the air vents and all the air ducts and all that stuff, completely brand new. Cost a pretty penny, of course, but thankfully, thank God, it was the insurance that funded the bill, because there was no way I would be able to afford that. But yeah, that took quite a long amount of time, and we're finally back home. You know what they say, there's no place like home, and yes, that saying is true. So the things were tough for a while, but we're back, and let me tell you, it's one thing. This is the way I always think about it. It's one thing when you're just yourself, you're alone. You can handle stressful times a lot better. But when you're responsible for not just a kid, but 4 kids, and then you got your wife and everything, the weight and stress of it all can be overwhelming. I do want to say thank you. I do want to give a big thanks to some people that have been pivotal in my life. That being Cameron Harold, Meredith Kuba. They're people that I've worked with for the last 8 years. I'm no longer with them in terms of working with them, but they are still what I would consider to be family, who have been huge in helping me through a lot of that adjustment period. I also, of course, want to give thanks to my parents who, they allowed us to live with them. Yes, they're my parents, but they're much older, they're much set in their ways, and of course they have to have their private space. When you have 4 raging kids running all over the place, and then of course me and my wife having our own way of doing things, it doesn't tend to be the best scenario for a long-term period. But anyway, I wanted to share all this to bring you up to date on what's been going on in my life. But I am thankful because God is always faithful. God is always there, and He always provides, even in the moments where I felt like, we're gonna have to this house is a lost cause. We're the point where I started thinking we're essentially homeless now. We kept praying to God. We kept, just having faith and believing that things will turn around. And by the grace of God, they did. And we're back home, and it's actually much better than ever. It's much better than ever. So just wanted to share that with you guys, just because it's a personal story, and want to let you know what's been going on in my world. If you haven't seen it yet, check out this video where my wife, kids, and we all go on this Disney cruise. Just wanted to share that with you, and check out the video because this happened after that whole ordeal, and it was a huge way to unwind and get your minds out of that whole trauma that we went through. But anyway, that's all I got for you now. I'd like to come back. I'd like to talk more. I'd like to share more about what's going on in my world and this channel. But I'd love to hear from you guys. How's things been with you? It's almost 2026. What are your New Year's resolutions? What are you going to do different in this coming year that you haven't been able to do before? I would love to hear that. And I'd love to hear from you guys in general. So that's all I got. God bless you. Take care. Much love. God bless. And as always, peace.